Today, we will be talking and discussing about the environmental and health hazards of artisanal gold mining in Sudan. Artisanal gold mining in Sudan is one of the oldest professions along the Nile, and it has been there since the old times of the pharaohs and the Kush. People were exposed to many hazards of this profession, but because it was a minimal process, it was a minimal profession, it was not noticed as an effect which is affecting the people directly. Recently, we had a boom of gold mining in Sudan, and many people have started going into this profession so as to collect gold. As such, many areas have been exposed to the hazards and risks of gold mining, and people were not aware of what is happening to the environment or to themselves or to the communities around them, to the risks they are introducing to these areas with this profession.
Sudan has been known since history for its gold content. This noble mineral has attracted the Egyptian civilization, the Pharaohic civilization, down the Nile Valley and the Red Sea areas, trying to extract gold from quartzite igneous rocks of different types. And they use different techniques to extract this mineral. This part of the world, or this part of the Nile Valley, has got the potential of gold, which is used in all facets of the Pharaohic civilization. The statues, the instruments, the ornaments, whatever it is, all this gold. And still we find the remains of various activities in the Red Sea Hills and in the North Sudan.
The Sudanese Environment Conservation Society has put efforts together so as to collect the documents and the material that is available addressing this problem, so that we can jointly get together and develop a manual so that we can increase the skills and teach those who are going to become gold miners so as to protect themselves and protect the environment and reduce the hazards that will be introduced to them and to the communities around them.
We are very delighted that the Sudanese National Academy of Sciences is organizing this very important and critical workshop on mining activities in the country. The Sudanese National Academy of Sciences, like many academies around the world, is a merit-based organization of individuals that managed to mobilize the best scientific brains in the country. And this is rather unique for such an organization. It has many qualities and very unique strength. It can mobilize the best brains available to discuss and debate very specific issues of critical importance to the country. It can reach out to young scientists and bring them also to discuss very specific activities and critical activities. At the same time, it has the power of reaching out to other academies, sharing similar goals, to jointly act on very specific issues. And a clear example is this workshop, which is jointly organized by the Sudanese National Academy of Sciences and the South African Academy of Sciences. And as we know, the involvement of South Africa in this workshop is very important, because South Africa is one of the largest countries in the world with mining activities. So sharing the experiences of South Africa in the area of mining with our colleagues here in Sudan is very, very important. So it's very pleasing to see these two academies, the Sudanese Academy and the South African Academy of Sciences, join forces to talk about the mining activities and the effect of these mining activities on the environment. And we very much hope that, of course, this statement will be evidence-based based on science and technology, and it should be strong enough also to convince the policymakers in this country to take appropriate action to protect the environment from the mining activities, which can be quite disastrous.
Gold mining affects the health of the people who are doing unregulated gold mining, because gold mining in Sudan, as I mentioned, it involves like 250,000 people, but it has not as yet been regulated. And so it constitutes a huge hazard to the health of the people. And particularly, I would like to stress the issue of lung problems and respiratory diseases. Respiratory diseases are ample, but mainly what affects the person is the interstitial lung disease from gold mining.
The method of extraction of gold have gone long way from just trying to collect things by crushing the stones and collecting the gold to a chemical process which uses mercury as a solvent for gold. And as I said, not everybody can do the mining of gold. We have to suggest and talk so as to control the environment from the hazards of fumes, from the hazards of smokes, and also from the hazards of overdose in this process of extraction. And I think the group, the environmental group, can do this very well because they can talk openly on the ministry's concern and see what they can do.
I think what the government and the communities working and the organizations working in gold mining, it's very important, number one, to have clear guidelines towards gold mining, bring together the different ministries that should regulate the gold minings. During the processing, burning of the mercury excretes the mercury vapor, and that in itself is inhaled by the workers, and this can lead to fibrosis of the lung.
تنوع الاستعمالات بتاعت المويه وحاجة الإنسان وزيادة البوبوليشن، فأصبح extraction of water in different uses, whether for agriculture or for human uses تزايدت يعني عبر الحاجات الإنسانية اللي نمت حول مصادر الأنهار، ودي أدت إلى في النهاية إلى الويست اللي يعني human waste or industrial waste or agricultural waste باستعمال كثير من الكيميكالز وال fertilizers في الزراعة مثلا، كلها will be washed back to the water sources وتؤدي إلى concerns. الناس ابتدعوا وسائل جديدة في المانجمنت والإدارة بتاعت المصادر المائية إلى أن وصلنا في التسعينات إلى environmental sound environmental development and management of water resources.
Mining in general and gold mining in particular has become one of the most important sources of income, if not the most important source of income for Sudan. And unfortunately, close to 80% of this activity is done through artisanal mining with a disastrous effect on environment, mainly related to bad utilization of mercury. We do have to take this matter extremely seriously. First, we cannot stop. We know we cannot stop the artisanal mining. It represents so much. But we have no right not to train them and to try to mitigate the disastrous effect of this activity. Second, I think Sudan must take the issue of capacity building in the mining sector more seriously. We do have in several universities geological disciplines. We have some mining activities also in University of Khartoum and maybe Sudan University of Science and Technology. But I think time has come for a proper school of mines in the Sudan. We are not the only people to start mining. Many countries have done. There is a lot of knowledge available, both in Africa, Latin America, and many of these countries has messed it up like we do now. But they made it right afterwards. So we shouldn't really repeat others' mistakes. We should learn from experiences. I would mention here South Africa is a very close example, and I'm sure Sudan can collaborate better with South Africa in this area. We have activities mining in gold in Egypt, which is very close, and we have also there some possibilities of collaboration. My feeling is that if this matter is taken seriously, we might transform this artisanal mining into a better organized mining of such an important resource as gold.
The issue of environmental and health hazards of artisanal gold mining in Sudan is a big issue, and it involves many people from the different fields. We hope that the joint efforts of experts in water, health, environment, development, and others will join their hands together so that we can make artisanal gold mining a safe profession that can add to the sustainable development of the people, and the people will practice this profession safely without any damages to their health, the health of the communities, or to their environments.